Right, because Trump unveiled a platinum plan for Black Americans.
Right.
Which I guess...
but no other president has.
Yeah.
No other president has put forth a plan. And when they said, well, somebody said to me, Lincoln freed the slaves. Yeah, but his successor wanted to put him back in jail. Wanted and just threw everything away that Lincoln had put up. This, right, at least he has a plan that black people can say, at least he lied to us with this plan. No one else has a plan. I remember when I was watching Charlemagne, and Biden said, if you're not Democrat, you're not black. I couldn't believe.
If you're not voting for the Democrats.
You're not black.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that thought. Just that snub mentality that we got to join up because everybody else is joining up. I think we should start our own party in the first place.
Well, yeah, this platinum plan is a $500 billion.
Say it again, $500 billion platinum plan by a guy that everyone says is a racist, that everyone hates. And I sit around and I go,
he's part of the plan is to make the Ku Klux Klan and Antifa terrorist organizations.
First president to do that.
First president to do that. Because only 8% of black people voted for Trump in 2016.
And that should tell black people something in the first place. That right there should be the end of the answer. Only 8% of us voted for Trump and he became president. So what say-so do we have? None.
Right, because I believe that for the first time ever in this election, Latinos will make the biggest minority group over black Americans.
And they vote.
Because
they're not restricted from voting. They didn't run into all the hurdles we had to jump into. Plus, in 7 years, the Latinos are going to be the majority of people in America. They're going to be the first to overthrow the white race.
I can see that, and that's perfectly fine. And let me tell you, I'm voting for Biden.
As long as you got Cruz.
I'm voting for Biden. I posted up my California registration. Mm-hmm. I'm registered to vote. If you do not like Trump, or if you do like Trump, you are not going to make any sort of difference by not voting.
Okay.
By not voting for Trump will not get Trump out. The only way you can make any sort of change is to vote. Ancestors of all people have died for their right to vote, but especially black people, especially the level of voter suppression that have happened in the history of America is repulsive. And to turn around and say, well, it don't matter. Well, Trump lost the popular vote and, the Electoral College got him anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I do. That's bullshit.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
Let me tell you why. Our ancestors did die for the right to vote. That means we have an option. What we should do is control our right to vote. Malcolm X said in 1963, the ballot or the bullet. And he was talking about why it was so important before this, how important it was to make a change in the ballot because it was never there before. There were no black movement. And if we would have had a movement that gotten together and we would have had one thought about our decision in politics, we would have, and think about it, we would have elected more and more black people in our communities, which we wind up doing. Mm-hmm. I tell my daughter, it's the locals that are very important, not just the executive order. It's executive officers. It's important to all the other officers if we want to make a total change. And if you want to make a change in those policies. President Trump he likes the spotlight. So he likes sitting there signing the executive offer or passing a bill that he has the power to do and holding the pen up. But everybody else, the Congress that made those bills, that made those laws. My daughter and I got mad at me. I didn't want to wear a mask. I wind up wearing a mask now, but I didn't like the feeling that I had to wear a mask to make you feel better. Not that you weren't going to get sick, just to make you feel better. I didn't like that feeling. I didn't feel I had to wear a mask, be something different. But I got her understanding. And I said to her, I'm not wearing this mask because it's not a law. She goes, it's a mandate. I go, it's not a law. I didn't vote for it. It's a mandate put on by the governor that you chose to be in. That's your boy. I chose him as governor because I was in the weed business, in the wine business. So that was my, we went back and forth with that. And she kept saying, oh, you're going to vote for Trump. Well, I can't vote for Trump because I'm not a registered Republican, which is another unbelievable thing no one is talking about. In order to vote Republican,
you couldn't vote for Trump. Are you talking about in 2020?
Yeah, 2016 or 20. You have to be registered Republican
for the primaries
to vote for president.
Well, no.
Yeah, you can't just go in and say you have to pick what party you're a part of.
I registered to vote in 2020. So you're saying, I don't remember if I chose Democrat or Republican. Was that even an option?
Yeah, I remember when they told me that in order to vote, you have to, and I didn't, I said, why? Why I got to tell you what side I'm on? Why can't I just pick a side? They go, no, we have to know party. Yeah, check it out. It was a trip. So I wind up voting for Hillary because I wasn't a registered Republican. And I didn't want to vote for Hillary.